So in this video, I run around and fight the Wither 5 times just to collect the Wither stars so I can make a bunch of beacons. If this is your first time here, thank you for being here. I love you. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Really helps me out a lot. Other than that, let's just get straight into these stories. The first post. I already know female punani isn't going to give me any pleasure because they can't do much action with it. Women truly are pathetic foids that should get their genitals mutilated. They can't do much with it to men anyways. Always the effing bottom. A damn traditional power dynamic. Slut. People who like or find women attractive are so disgusting and way more redacted. My question with people like this is, what's the point of even posting this? Like, why did this have to leave your head and go straight onto the internet? Not only that, but you don't have a profile picture, you don't have a name that leads back to you, so you just use your anonymity to just get your toxic take off. Like, I don't get it. So do you like men? Do you like penis? Are you gay? Why are you so disgusted and hateful towards women? Like, everything about that just means you like men. You can't do much with it, is what he said. So what can you do with a man? Oh my goodness. On top of your comment at the end, people who like or find women attractive are so disgusting. So like, gotta be gay. Gotta like men, which that's your life. You can live it how you want, but just because you like something doesn't mean you gotta trash another thing. You can't be throwing stones from glass houses. The next post. She's only one mega cock away from leaving woke-tardism. And then the reply. And I can provide what she needs. She is definitely bratty and kinky in bed. If she's acting like this in front of the cameras, imagine how she is when cameras are off. She is one of the few women I cheat on my wife for. She needs a conservative man to take care of her. I don't get the conclusions people jump to just off looking at a picture of somebody. You're looking at this girl smile after she won an Olympic gold medal and said, I know she's bratty and kinky off camera. I know she needs my meat, and I would cheat on my wife for this girl. What about this picture draws you to that conclusion? What is going on? I don't understand these people. What does conservative have to be with anything? Why would you cheat on your wife for this girl? It's just so many things. It's like, why? What is going on? Another side note, kind of going back to the last post I just read, I realize a lot of these forms say foids, like Foids. What is up with that word? Like, a lot of them use that word for people. I don't, like I said, it's just these people have their own lingo. The next post. We need a national incel day where foids are legally obligated to give sex to us. Good luck finding a politician or politicians that will pass that. Imagine on a calendar, oh, happy National Incel Day is coming up. I can't wait. Why? Why does that make sense? Why do you think that's a good idea? What is a foid? I feel like people are never going to learn when they need things. They feel like things need to be handed to them because they feel like they're down on their luck. I feel like you're never going to learn that way. You just wishing and dreaming that people will just legally have to give you something doesn't make sense to me. Instead of bettering yourself, being more attractive, working on yourself in any shape, way, or form or fashion to make you an inkling bit of attractive, it's just easier for you to be like, nope, on this day, you do this for me. It's the life you want to live, I guess. But then we'll turn around and say women have easy lives. If that was the reality, oh no, I hope this guy gets some help. Someone put the cherry on top perfectly in one single comment. It says, incels can't even be motivated to shower regularly or properly talk to women, yet they think they can organize a national holiday, let alone force women to F them. Then of course is the fact that even in such a bizarre situation, women would readily go to jail than F with someone they don't want to, let alone some unwashed awkward ass incel. Then the other obvious fact that even if incels get laid on such a day for such a reason, it would not cure them just as paying for sex or pity sex doesn't. Their insecurity and desire to be desired would mean they could never find real satisfaction until they get their shite together first. Cherry on top. This doesn't motivate anybody to get better. It literally just a quick fix for your solution. Just to go back to the next day when it's not National Incel Day for your life to be trash again. Can't wash your butt, can't take care of yourself, can't groom yourself, don't want to take any steps to make sure you're good as a person. You just want things handed to you. But then, in the other hand, want to sit there and say women have it easy. Women live life on easy mode. This is literally you getting that easy mode. So would you rather it be fair, or would you rather it just only be easy for you. Like, these people feel so violent towards these people. Like, it's either saying something negative or just straight demeaning them. But yeah, at the end of the day, they want them. They want their validation. They want to be seen as equal to them. It doesn't make sense. You can't pick your poison. This mentality just breeds victims. You're always the victim. It's always the Chads and Tyrones taking all the women. It's all the women picking terrible abuser men. It's just, you're always the loser. You're always the underdog in these scenarios. But instead of, when you think of an underdog story, you think of somebody who's down in their luck, but they work their way up to be the best, or they work their way to be equal to the best. Like, for example, an underdog story like Real Steel. That robot was a sparring robot that worked his way up, fight after fight, to get to the big dog and challenge the big dog. He didn't win. Spoiler alert for the movie. I mean, it's been out for freaking a decade plus, but he didn't win at the end. But he was the underdog that worked his way up. He didn't stay trash. He didn't stay in his basement and talk trash about people. He worked his way up to be the best. You guys don't even try. You just play victim, complain, trash people, and change nothing about your actual life. And then wonder why your life sucks. And then wonder why people don't hate you. And then wonder why people don't respect you. Because you're not a good person. You don't wash your ass, but you want to sleep with people. People don't like stink penis. I feel like that's not rocket science. That makes perfect sense. You sit there and complain about, I'm not going to settle for a fat woman like the rest of these men. Okay, but your ass stinks. Like, make it make sense. These are the same people making fun of women who are like claiming to be gold diggers, saying, hey, you're looking for this type of person. You don't deserve that type of person. You don't deserve what you want because you don't even work towards anything. You don't deserve it. You work hard, you make yourself a better person, you achieve certain things, then you can get what you want. And it'll be much easier for things to come to you. That's simple. That's like laws of life. You work towards something and you get it. Telling people they're trash for being with certain types of women, but you won't settle. You're not realistic with yourself. You tell all these women you're not going to be with a 6-foot dude that makes 6 figures, and you're not going to be with a 10 out of 10. It's simply the laws of nature. It just makes sense. Life is a numbers game, man. You're not working towards anything. You're just a trash human being that thinks women should just sleep with you just because you exist. I hope these people heal. I hope they get help. I hope they stop seeing themselves as a victim, and I hope they can be realistic with themselves, see what they need to change, and fix their standards. The next post. Faye is apparently replacing Kratos as the protagonist of God of War, so I asked Grok to fix her design, because if Sony actually expects people to buy their next woke God of War, this is the bare minimum. We won't accept anything less. Who's we? I feel like in a game like God of War, you're running around with big-ass swords, and you're slicing up things. Who gives a damn how the character looks? You want to see jiggle physics while you're cutting someone's head off, while you're climbing up a giant's back and stabbing him in the eye. You want to see jiggle physics. You are that gooned out that you want to see some jiggle physics while killing people. It is not that deep, bro. It is a video game where you're killing gods. You're killing monsters. It is a violent game where you're fighting people. Why does the character that you're playing as need to be a 10 out of 10 with her tits out? Why? What are you playing the game for at that point? Why is the game woke just because it's a woman protagonist? Make it make sense, man. From the outside looking in, it just looks like it's really hard to be a game developer. No matter what you do, no matter what you make, people are going to complain. When the new Assassin's Creed came out and there was a woman protagonist in that game, oh, this game is woke, women can't fight, women can't do this. It's like, oh my god, calm down. And then when they brought Yasuke being in the game, no one cares about this. This is woke. A black samurai, rah, rah, rah. Just for a person to go around to those cultures and be like, do you guys care about this? And they're like, nah, it's pretty cool. We like to see representation. Oh, that character's pretty cool. That character's pretty cool. You people care about the wrong things when it comes to video games, and it doesn't make sense. Just play the game. There's no need for misogynistic views. There's no need to trash people for their views on things. There's no reason. You will be the same person to complain about historical accuracy, but then be mad that the character's not attractive. Like, are you playing a game or you just watching porn at that point? Like, make it make sense. It is a video game. You're supposed to be playing as a character. 9 times out of 10, you can't even really focus on the character too much. So what is the point of making the character a 10 out of 10 baddie with big tits? With a BBL? Jiggle physics all over the screen. You're swinging around swords and cutting heads off. You will be the same person to say, complain about the historical accuracy of a game. You will be the same person. You just can't win as a game developer. I feel bad for these people. It sucks out here. We don't need to over sexualize everything. We don't. Especially video games. It's a game, dude. Twiddle your thumbs. Click some keys. Press some buttons. Relax. You got one hand on the controller and another hand on the meat. You're gooned out, bro. I fixed the character design. No. You had to fix the waistline in your underwear. Like, dude, get some help. The next post. I'm just going to let you read the title for yourself. So yeah. Norm Nigers are kooks and fraggle maggots. They base their life and love story around a Kikewood rom-com where they are Hugh Grant and Julia Roberts. All they care about is sex and being a good goy to Jew and not offending anyone, so they parrot anything left, or basically Reddit says. They have no free will, they will shout capitalism bad, but will be the first in line to buy the newly released $80 Mario Kart. They will claim MC files or hiding pedos, but will still vote for some same pedos and forget about it moments a new Marvel movie slop or some ancient Disney franchise sequel or remake comes. They are obsessed with consumerism and want their lives to be so similar to 90s Hollywood rom-com that their whole personality is about liking Friends and making pop culture references to look cool. We have stand-up comedians who think Friends is peak comedy. I'm sorry, I cannot take Norm Niger seriously after they laugh at a show which has a laugh track in the background, basically brainwashing your mind into laughing and thinking what comedy is. If sex is not a human right, neither is aberration. This is one of those posts where you can tell before he typed this out, he just punched his desk, stood up like Timmy Tough Shoes, and just went on a rant about ultimately nothing. What are you talking about? What inspired this? How did this come from the comments above? About consumerism, about people being kooks and fraggle maggots, Norm Nigers. Like, dude, what is going on? This is one of those people that focus too much about the outside world. I feel like I've always been of the mindset you can only control what you can control, so who kind of cares about the rest of the world? But this guy seems to just judge everybody for literally everything. You like this type of show, you like this type of movie, you buy these type of products, you're the problem with the world. It's like, dude, some things just generally aren't that deep. Like, I get there's repercussions to things, and if you are big fans of a lot of things, I can see the frustration you may have. But this whole rant is just gobbledygook nonsense. And like I said, the cherry on top, if sex is not a human right, neither is aberration. Man, I don't know what it is about these people. They look at sex like it's the just end all be all. Like, at the end of the day, to get to sex part, you 9 times out of 10, unless you're paying for it or, you're taking it by force, you have to develop a relationship with somebody. So it doesn't just stop and start with sex. You have to build a relationship with somebody, and that is work in itself. But like I said, a lot of these people have such a terrible mindset and view of themselves or view of women that you can't even develop a relationship to begin with, to even get to that end goal, because you're so mad and wrapped up on the results that you currently have that you don't want to change anything. You just want to sit there, be a victim, blame everyone else for your issues, and you wonder why you're never going to get a relationship, never why you're going to get sex. Sex comes with a relationship. But yeah, I feel bad for you, because like I said, you're so wrapped up on what everyone else is doing that you can't even live your life. You think you're on a better plane than everybody else, looking down at all the peasants that are living their normie lives, that are being consumers, that are falling for all the slop. You're the peak human, and we're all peasants. You're right, man. Shout out to you. The next post, which before I even read this, I'm going to assume this dude is trolling. There's no way this person's serious, but here we go. No incel wants to have schmecks with your disgusting female body. The female body is disgusting. Boobs, curves, ass, thighs, long hair, and accounting their face makes women look like succubies. How effing disgusting. I'm happy I never developed a crush on any sexually deviant succubus who are recognized as women. The thought of being attracted and having sex with a stupid foid makes me vomit. Before you assume I'm gay, I'm not. Women are just insufferable and make me want to vomit. Like, stop being such a succubus by covering up. I don't want to look at you. Ew. F. You and your filthy punani. Junko Frutora. is a well-known succubus in Japan, you know. Karma is a beach. I don't know what's going on, man. Or like I've been saying, you could not like something, but going out of your way to trash it just always was weird to me. There's certain cars I don't like. I don't sit there and go on Reddit. I don't sit there and go online and just trash people who like that car or just trash the car in general. I just avoid things I don't like. You getting on the internet to voice your opinion about how much you hate women, which again, I'm assuming this is sarcasm. I assume he's making fun of an incel. If this is a real person, I'm very curious what you look like. But it's just a sad world we live in. This dude's scared of puss, bro. Wild times. Like, you can just avoid women together. And like, I mean, it is what it is. You're not really doing a net negative at that point if you're just avoiding women. But having this much hatred and vitriol and you're effing disgusting, you're a succubus, rah, rah, rah. It's just like, geez, dude. You seem insufferable to me. You seem like the one that needs help. You seem the one that's like, ill. But, you know, he had to get his take off, so here we are, clowning him. Moral of the story, don't be like any of these people. Don't be insufferable. Don't be hateful. If you don't like the way your life is going, actually get up and make a change. I know it's easier said than done, of course. It's easy to say, hey, you need to do this, you need to do that. But effort has to be made at some point. A lot of these people are just down on their luck and just don't like how their life is, so they just complain and or just trash people for no reason, because there's absolutely no reason someone needs to type out a paragraph of how much they hate women. But what does that solve? What does that do for you? What does that do for the world? Absolutely nothing. So like I said, a lot of these people just seem lost, they seem lonely, they seem very unhappy, so they want to kind of spread that unhappiness to everyone else. So again, moral of the story, be a normal human being. If you don't like the way things are, things get better. I promise you, things get better. Whenever you're down on your luck, whenever you feel like you're at the lowest low, don't take the easy way out. Life gets better. To the incels out there, I genuinely hope that a lot of you find peace. I hope you guys heal before you end up finding girlfriends. I just don't understand the whole mindset of it. If you're just, like, I don't see the need to put a title on anything. Or as far, like, I just don't get the whole incel thing to begin with. Because I don't know why you need to put a title on that point in your life. The way I think of it is like say you don't have cancer, so just like walking around just saying, yeah, I'm cancer free. It's like, okay, why are you putting a title on it? Who cares? You putting emphasis on, hey, you're involuntarily celibate, just puts a stain on yourself. You're just putting a target on your back. You're making yourself feel worse than your situation actually is, because the overwhelming majority of people are probably in the same situation as you. They just don't have the mindset you have. They don't have the urge to go online and go on forums like you do and tear women down, tear themselves down, tear down other men. They're just not negative people, and they walk around, they stink, they have the nice guy trope, they have all women are terrible trope. So like I said, it's just a lot of stereotypes, a lot of generalizations. I mean, there's generalizations on our side as people who aren't incels, like people who are just from the outside looking in, because we generalize, we think they all stink, we think they're all weird. Which, for the most part, if you're introverted, there's nothing wrong with that. If you're shy, which is the same thing, there's nothing wrong with that. If you have a fear of speaking to people, fear of speaking to women, there's nothing wrong with that. You are a normal human being. You don't need to put a title on that. You don't need to go around claiming you're an incel. You don't need to tell people that, because like I said, it's just like going around, I'm cancer free because I don't have cancer. Okay? Does that make sense? Does that make sense what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense to put a title on that point in your life. From age of 16, no, not even age of 16, my entire life, I'm a virgin, so I'm just an incel. No, you just haven't done it with anybody. It's okay. I promise you it's okay. You're good. You don't need to feel like a loser. You don't need to tear yourself down. You're fine. If you're not happy with your life, baby steps, figure out what you need to do to find the happiness that you seek. Good luck out there, and I hope things work out for you. Other than that, that's all I got to say. Just kind of yapped in this video. Didn't really have a plan for this video. If you made it this far, I really appreciate it. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Really helps me out a lot. Thank you so much if you made it this far. I actually love you. Yeah. That's it. Take it easy.